Welcome to the ID Video Market Report. I'm Anna Wells.
And I'm Mike Hockett. Here are this week's top stories in distribution. Grainger has announced that in early June, the company found it was the subject of a cyber attack in which the intruders accessed limited information on Grainger's network. Grainger says the initial phase of the investigation into the incident is complete and that there is no evidence the cyber attack had any impact to customers, suppliers, or employees. As a precaution, Grainger said it is offering 12 months of complimentary identity protection services to its customers and employees.
Fastenal has been in the news for a number of reasons over the past week, outpacing Wall Street's expectations with a Q2 profit of $140.4 million, a 7.5% increase over Q2 2014. Total sales were just shy of $1 billion. Additionally, full-time employment is up 4.4% over last year, and the number of Fastenal's installed Fast Solutions vending machines totaled 50,620 at the end of Q2, a 15.7% year-over-year increase. But the biggest news dropped earlier this week when the company announced that its CEO, Lee Hein, would be stepping down. Hein, who took on the president and CEO role 7 months ago, will now serve as the company's COO, whereas former CEO Will Oberton will again take the reins.
It's been a busy past week in industrial mergers and acquisitions. Würth Group announced last week it has acquired Frankfort, New York-based Northern Safety and Industrial, one of the largest privately held safety companies in the U.S. Northern Safety currently services more than 100,000 customers, employing nearly 500 people across its 18 locations. This is Würth's first acquisition in the safety sector.
HD Supply and Anixter International announced an agreement for Anixter to acquire HD Supply's Power Solutions segment for a price of $825 million. Expected to close near the end of both companies' fiscal third quarter, the transaction is the largest in Anixter history. According to Anixter CEO Bob Eck, this strategic acquisition is consistent with the company's message that they are sharpening their focus. He says, quote, "This transaction will significantly enhance our competitive position in the electrical wire and cable business."
BlackHawk Industrial has announced the acquisition of Jarvis Supply, a tooling distributor that sells drills, end mills, abrasives, and more to machine shops in Colorado. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma-based BlackHawk says the strategic acquisitions will strengthen its footprint and sales presence in the Colorado market, expanding its sales and customer service talent into the mountain region.
And finally, a look at 3D printing as it relates to fasteners. According to the latest business survey from FMW Fasteners, customers are fairly clear that they do not see 3D printers as a viable option to produce their future supplies.
Nearly 60% of those surveyed said they were unlikely or very unlikely to turn to 3D printing as an alternative to purchasing fasteners from specialists. With 30% unsure, only 10% were likely or very likely to see 3D printing as a viable option.
The industrial distribution audience brought some insight to the comments boards after we posted a news brief on this study, and several pointed out that printing in plastic is only one angle to consider, and that powdered metal could really be a game changer for 3D printing of more robust supplies. What do you think, Mike? Should fastener suppliers be worried about 3D printers?
I think most of them would agree that the technology isn't quite there yet, but when it is, look out.
Well, that's it for today. You can find us on the web at www.inddist.com. Thanks for joining.